Moves up into the gates. Asic is in line. Flamin' Lucky stands well. And they're ready to jump. Ready to go. 3:40 each of two now. Dimension and Mrs. Dittmeyer. Starters up on the platform. He's ready to hit the button. Fletcher's Mutiny standing well. Luke Dittman rides Fletcher's Mutiny. Starting signal, and they're off this time near the inside. Jourdain fast away. Imperial Grouch hesitated at the start, and he drifts back and finds himself back last. Asic is going very quickly in the early stages and takes up the running. There's Mrs. Dittmeyer showing speed from out wide. She's cruising across, going into second berth. Fletcher's Mutiny is going to settle third on the inside, and a length further back then to Maybe Bold, followed by Finn McCool, and then Bein Cool the outside. Jourdain is midfield on the rails, then Dimension, a break of two. Flaming Lucky, and then King Ripley, and Imperial Grouch after making a mistake shortly after the starters at the rear. They sweep into the back, just short of 1,000 metres to go, or just over 1,000 to go, and the leader Asic. Asic a length and a half in front of Mrs. Dittmeyer. In third place is Fletcher's Mutiny, followed on the outside by Maybe Bold, Finn McCool, Bein Cool, Dimension. Jourdain next on the rails, a break of two to King Ripley, then Imperial Grouch. Flamin' Lucky is two off last, negotiating the next bend, 750 metres out. Asic is a length in front of Mrs. Dittmeyer. Fletcher's Mutiny third the inside. Maybe Bold jumping onto the back of Mrs. Dittmeyer, following up fourth the outside. Finn McCool next, then Bein Cool. Here comes Dimension, putting in a dash around them, three wide, but chasing the lead as hard as they approach the home turn. Then Imperial Grouch. King Ripley's well back. Jourdain and Flamin' Lucky on the bend, just short of 400 metres to go. And Mrs. Dittmeyer, she cruises to the lead. She leads by a length as they flatten for the run in. Fletcher's Mutiny, Maybe Bold the outside, Bein Cool running on, and on the extreme outside, Dimension coming home strongly now. Mrs. Dittmeyer in front. Dimension's looming as a big danger. He's gone to Mrs. Dittmeyer. Bein Cool going with Dimension, but Dimension's too good in the run to the post. Dimension first, second. Bein Cool third. Mrs. Dittmeyer fourth over the line. Probably King Ripley just in front of Fletcher's Mutiny. Then Finn McCool. Further back came Maybe Bold, Flamin' Lucky, Jourdain, Imperial Grouch, and Asic the last one over the line. Dimension the winner, patiently ridden early, found his feet, came into it with a strong run from the 600 metre point onwards, and proved too good. One Dimension the winner. Second Bein Cool, number 11. Number 2, Mrs. Dittmeyer is third. And fourth place goes to number 4, King Ripley. And officially fifth was number 8, Fletcher's Mutiny. Dimension the winner, Andrew Spinks by Carnegie, out of Granita, trained by Barry Miller, ridden by Andrew Spinks, was raced by MJ Edwards, Mrs. J. Edwards, G. Layton, Mrs. D. Weston, T. O'Brien, Mrs. S. O'Brien, P. McCluskey, Mrs. D. McCluskey, R. Cherry and Morgan. Second place going to Bein Cool by Bein Coney, out of McCarthy's Girl, trained by Sean Dwyer, written by Jason Taylor. Third place, Mrs. Dittmeyer by Entergaze out of Belleguardia, trained by Laurie Mayfield Smith, written by Luke Rolls. Fourth, King Ripley, Tony Patillo, Jamie Bowders. Fifth, Fletcher's Mutiny, Luke Dittman, Lisa McPherson. The winner scored by 1 length, the length at a quarter second and third, 3/4 of a length third and fourth. 1:43.47 the time, 36.2 the last 600 metres. The betting, Dimension, 3:30 in favourite, 3:30 favourite. Bein Cool, $8. Mrs. Dittmeyer, 3.40. 3.30 favourite, the winner, Dimension. TAB dividends, Dimension, $3 and $1.50. Bein Cool, $3. Mrs. Dittmeyer, $1.60. Quinella, $14.60. And the trifecta, $90.40. Here are the place getters headed back now. Andrew Spinks, the winning rider for trainer Barry Miller. Race 7, the Bob Vandermeer plastering handicap. There are no scratchings and no jockey changes. Race 7 clear. That race scheduled for 5 minutes after 4. There's the winner coming back now. The colours carried by Forest Jim to win an Ipswich Cup a few years ago now. Forest Jim, I think, was ridden by Tony Patillo, and it was one of 4 winners that he rode that day. Forest Jim raced very successfully in Melbourne as well. It was a good horse for Lloyd Williams in the early days, and then under Barry's guidance, he raced very well in the McKinnon Stakes, won by Lonhro back in 2002, and then returned here and won an Ipswich Cup. But that's Forest Jim. Today we're talking about Dimension. But the connections will be happy because Dimension carries the same colours as Forest Jim. We stand by now for the notification of correct weight.